Body Shop connects you with the hottest fitness models in the world. Learn the backstage secrets that the most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competition and land on the covers of magazines. Only here at the Body Shop will we allow you to listen and talk to the best of the best in the fitness competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Andre Brick St. Clair. Thank you for allowing me into your airways for the Body Shop right here on FTNS Radio. Today, I have my in-studio guest, Mr. Brian Canone of FitnessAtlantic.com. Brian, how's it going today?
It's going all right. How you doing?
You know what, man? I just had a great meal. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm feeling good right now. So, I'm all right.
I'm trying not to put on too much fat.
Come on.
So I don't know what I don't know. I mean, all these people talk about dieting, and they're all like, they don't want to eat anything, man. They're just like, I know your favorite meal, tuna fish and celery, is how you say that all these competitors always eat, and that's the favorite meal. I know you say it jokingly because nobody wants to eat tuna fish and celery.
I sure hope not. Hope not.
You know, and it's been a long time since you were in a contest diet mode.
Yeah, you know what? I'm retired, man.
And I remember when you wouldn't listen to me all the time. I'd say, stop eating salmon.
Never going to give that up. Never going to give up my salmon. I need that. All those omega-3, 6, and 9s, hey, man, I'm not giving that up. Besides, me eating, codfish and the typical white fishes, they just never really agreed with me. So, the salmon actually worked out better for my physique,
Well, there's a lot of fitness competitors that do these shows that, bodybuilders, they don't know what to eat. They eat the same thing all the time. They eat cans of tuna fish.
Yep.
They eat rice cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Egg whites. How many egg whites they eat?
I believe it's 8 per meal.
When you eat the same thing day in, day out, it has to be the routine of just eating the same thing over and over again is just a horrible thing to do. And a lot of people just get in their head, they're like, I don't want to do that. Well, I can't wait. I don't want to go through that again.
Well, that's because, a lot of bodybuilders, especially when they first start out, they believe that it's boiled chicken and rice. It is broccoli, and it's tuna fish, and it's rice cakes with a little bit of jelly on top so I can make the veins pop, and it's a lot of starvation,
protein shakes.
Oh God.
That's all they eat, protein shakes.
Yeah, because that's the only way to get protein into their body.
Nobody wants to cook all that chicken.
Well, hey, listen, won't it be great if we can have somebody that can actually cook that stuff for you?
Yeah, I met a guy.
No, you didn't.
I met a guy called the Muscle Cook.
The Muscle Cook?
Yeah, he's out in Canada. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It would be nice if I can actually talk to this Muscle Cook.
All right, we got him on the line right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Body Shop, we have the Muscle Cook, Mr. Dave Rule. Dave, how's it going?
Hey, guys, I'm doing great. Great, yourself?
Oh, man, we're doing all right.
Good.
Hey, Dave, I'm picking up a slight accent. Where exactly are you from?
I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. I'm French-Canadian.
French-Canadian, huh?
Got it.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
That's about the extent of my French is going to go, man. I'm not trying to get kicked off the air for this. Hey, Dave, when did you start working out? And actually, did you start working out or did you start cooking first?
I started working out first.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the cooking thing came out later. And actually, that was because I was working out. I was just going to explain it. I started about 10 years ago, pretty seriously. So pretty seriously, like working out and everything. Then moved on to bodybuilding. So I did a few bodybuilding shows. Mm-hmm. And that's where the passion of cooking pretty much came out. It's just that I realized that I was eating pretty much the same thing day in and day out. It was always the same stuff, and I was getting tired of it. And I started cooking, and next thing I know, I developed some pretty good recipes and started developing meal plans for clients, and I work with nutritionists as well. We develop a pretty cool meal plans, with really good recipes and everything. And next thing is history. It's just I just became the muscle cook.
So now, was that a name that was actually bestowed upon you, or did you actually come up with that moniker yourself?
That's to be honest, I don't even remember. I think that's a name that just came out. I think we were joking with my friend Lee Hayward once, and he's a very world-renowned muscle building coach.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that name came out. I can't remember if that was me joking or him joking, but I think that was one of my clients actually who called me the muscle cook or something similar. So it's pretty vague, but yeah, that's pretty much the story, that I started. Because I was a good cook, and in bodybuilding, so I became the muscle cook, basically, which is a pretty cool nickname.
I kind of like that, I mean, everybody has their own thing. Okay, now, you mentioned that you love to cook, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What type of cooking is your favorite?
You mean type of cooking, the type of...
yeah,
country, type of food?
Yeah, like Southern food or Italian food.
I like everything. I just love food. I'm a huge foodie. I love everything. I try. I try to get influenced by different type of way of cooking. I really like Asian cooking. I really like spicy cooking. So Asian cooking is a good one. You know what? I love French cooking, of course. The thing with French cooking involves a lot of butter.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that butter is not that great for you. But I do adapt, a couple recipes from French cuisine, Italian cuisine, of course.
Okay.
Anything pretty much Mediterranean is pretty good. Southern cuisine is pretty good. Cajun cuisine is a big influence as well.
Nice. So now, with you mentioning that you like to cook, French cuisine, and obviously it's a lot of butter involved in that, does that mean that all of your meals are basically low fat?
No, not at all.
No, okay.
Actually, I'm a big believer that you need a good amount of fat in your diet. We're talking about healthy fats here. We're not talking about, butter, saturated butter fats and other greases or whatever you want to call it. But no, I mean, when I say for example, French cuisine that requires a lot of butter, of course I don't use butter in my recipes. I just get influenced by these recipes to create my own recipes. But my recipes pretty much I get, hundreds of recipes, but all my recipes are usually well balanced. Always a good source of protein, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Good source of healthy fats, good carbohydrates as well. It's all pretty much all good stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't cook. I'm not a low-fat. People are going to cook absolutely low-fat because I don't believe in low-fat type of diets. So I usually, bring my own approach to my cooking.
Okay. Now, what do you use in the substitution for the butter?
The butter. I don't use butter at all. So basically what you do, you can use different stuff. But some recipes, for example, that have heavy cream, for example.
Okay.
You have to use cream or sauce or anything like that. You can create your own sauce based of Greek yogurt, for example. Greek yogurt is a great base to make a sauce. You can have a Greek yogurt-based sauce with some low-sodium chicken broth, and there you go. You have a really good chicken-flavored sauce, for pasta, for example, or any type of dish. So there's no way to build around, recipes like this. French cuisine, as it's, it's really good. It's very tasty. But again, that's not the kind of cuisine I'm going to get influenced mostly. I try to stay away from that. So whatever I can, get influenced by and tweak to make it healthy, I will use. Other than that, I stick to a lot of seasoning, a lot of spices, different things to make the meals healthy. Not necessarily I don't have for example, a substitute for butter. If that was a substitute for butter, everybody would use it. You know what I mean?
Nicely
There's
explained.
Still that nasty cooking spray you can use But I mean, you don't know, how many chemicals you're putting into your body when you use it. So, I'm not a big fan of it either.
All right, now, okay. So since you're not a big fan of the butter and the Pam cooking spray, okay, what made you decide to actually write a cookbook, though?
It's just like it all started. I'm going to tell you where it all started. It all started when I was dieting for my first bodybuilding show.
Okay.
And I was, getting tired of basic boiled chicken breast, broccoli, all that stuff, that competitors eat. And I'm like, there must be a way to do, there must be another way. So I started cooking. I started developing recipes, and I started collecting recipes. And this is where I came out, I started cooking and getting good I was getting the same results. My diet, I was staying on my diet. My caloric intake was the same. My nutrient breakdown was the same. I was just using different recipes. And so I started collecting recipes, and that's something I kept on going for about 4 years. And after 4 years, I was like, well, I got quite a lot of recipes, you know what I mean? And my clients were always asking me for recipes and so on. So I started building a cookbook, and I launched a cookbook last year. It's been a year. Actually, it's going to be a year in March, and it's called Anabolic Cooking. It's out right now, and it's available online. It's not available in bookstores and stuff like that. Only available online. And there you go.
Well, now, how is the cookbook doing, being that it's going into its year anniversary?
It's going great. It's been pretty much it went as a bestseller after only 4 months.
Wow! Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. And so the book is doing great. It's officially now the most popular cookbook on the internet, fitness cookbook on the internet right now. So I'm really happy about it. And I get more and more customers every day. It's crazy. People want it.
Hey, you know what? Back in my day when I was competing, if there was a cookbook out that would tell me that I can use spices, I'd want it too. Now, actually, on what website can they find the book?
They can go on www.anaboliccooking.com. Anaboliccooking.com, and they can find everything. I got a cooking guide coming with it. It's a digital book, of course, as I was saying, and there's many tools coming with it as well. A calorie calculator, some meal plan samples, daily food logs. Anyway, there's more than 210 recipes in there, all in all. So it's a pretty complete package. So anaboliccooking.com is where you can find it.
210 different recipes.
You got it.
Unbelievable. Okay, now, just a few minutes ago, you mentioned that a lot of your clients was asking you, for some of your recipes and stuff like that. Have they seen the results from following the recipes?
Yes. If you go to my website, I got many testimonials. Actually, I got a lot of testimonials from many of my customers and many of my clients as well. And I got actually got some pretty famous clients in my lineup. If you've been in the fitness modeling industry, you probably know guys like Lucas Couturier or Honoré Lévesque. And I've worked with these guys for the nutritions for the past 4 years now. And these pictures speak for itself. They're pretty well-known fitness models, and they achieve great levels of physiques. And they're all using my recipes every day. So I think this is signs that it works. I got people ranging from, figure model to fitness models to bikini models to regular fitness enthusiasts, and even moms and dads using my book. So
wow,
it's a pretty well. A lot of people can get the benefits of it.
Absolutely. Now, the two names that you mentioned, Honoré Lévesque, I actually met him I believe it was back in June. He was competing at the WBFF show in Quebec.
Yes.
You know, and
he got his pro cards.
yes,
Him
indeed.
and Lucas actually got awarded their pro cards, WBFF pro cards at that show.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And I actually remember Lucas was walking around with his container, and you know, he popped the top off, and it smelled really good. And I'm sitting there like, okay, this guy really don't want to win, because there's no way, you know, saying that you about to step back on stage and you're eating something that smells that good. So, you know, if I'd have known that he was actually under the muscle book recipe guy, you know, I probably would have took it out of his book bag or something. Okay. Hey, Dave, break down your book, right, and explain to us, how do you go about preparing a meal?
There's different types of meals. I got meals, you know, I get breakfast meals, I get chicken and poultry meals, meals for red meat and pork and seafood, salads, soups, different types of meals. But pretty much all the meals are kind of easy to do. Because I've based all those recipes on my personal experience. So I had to use them for myself before I got them into that cookbook. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty much all very easy to do. They're pretty much all based as well on a lean protein or a source of protein of some kind. And but they all vary like in the manner of doing it. But usually like it doesn't take much more than like 5 minutes to get your recipe prepared.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty fast. Depending, there's more recipes that take a bit more time. That are more, I would say, advanced. But there's no really complicated stuff. I mean, I'm not going to get you to do canard à l'orange, you know, for muscle building. It's mostly like it's very quick and easy recipes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this right here. Give me one of your favorite recipes so that our listeners would be like, you know what, maybe I can try that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, I got one recipe that I like. It's actually one of the first, my oldest recipes, and it's, to be honest, it's not the most appetizing recipes when you see it, because it's a big mess, I'm going to be honest, but it tastes awesome. And let me tell you, try it. It's pretty much a recipe I've been doing every single day for breakfast for the past, like, I don't know, 5 years, I'd say.
Well, I'll tell you what, dear Dave. Hold on a second, because I do got to take a break. But I know I'm interested, and our listeners are very interested to find out what exactly that recipe is, if it's one of your favorites. So I'm going to put you on a brief hold, and we got to go pay some bills. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for The Body Shop. We'll be right back with the muscle cook, Mr. Dave Rule, right here on FTNS Radio.